Hey, JC here. Well, time for a little farm update. On the member site we have weekly update. Now we also have farm update. And like this little guy here, see what he's got on? He's got on the boots. And what do I have on? Sandals. Need to put on the boots so I can give you the tour, tell you what's been going on for the week and what's new in the zoo, right, Gopa? Thumbs up, Gopa? I tell you what, it's getting dark. We need to go get some trees, and then when we get back, I'll tell you what's been going on. Oh, thunder too. We're gonna get some trees because we're running out of trees. Then I'll be back to tell you what's been going on since I talked to you last time. I'm JC. This is Nat. Together we've helped hundreds of foreigners get more life for less money by having a retirement in Thailand. Now we've set out on a new adventure with the help of Danoi, Kakao, and Gopher. Together, join us on our journey while we turn this into this and make a full forest and help make Thailand green again. So we needed some more plants, some more trees, so we went and loaded up again. And we even got some seedlings for some vegetables. Yahoo! Okay, so we're loaded up now with some trees. Let me show you what about a week, what kind of difference it makes. Check this out. Look how green this is. Wow. So I got my helper following me. There he is. He does more work than anybody else around here. Anyway, check this out. I was saying before I needed to buy a cover crop to get something on the dirt to cover it up to hold some moisture in, because now we're getting some rain, so that's a good thing. We need to keep it wet, right, Gopher? Yeah, keep it wet. All right, so we're gonna go show you what's been going on. I got the boots on, and the reason I have the boots on, just so you know, is this dirt, the part that's uncovered, is still really soft, which brings up a good point. I need to get some walkways going on out here. Real important we get some walkways, because when it rains and it gets wet, it's hard to walk on this land here. And so, especially what's not covered yet with, I can walk on the green area where it's grassed, not a problem, but where it's been, where the tractor's gone, it gets really soft and mushy over here. So I got to figure out a way that I can create walkways here that will not sink into the clay, that are inexpensive, because we got a lot to do, as you can see. I need a walkway that comes in front of the pond here and goes down. This will be Nat's garden for flowers and flowers, things like that. And then to get over to the beds that we're planting, there'll be a whole row of these going out this way, which I'll show you in a few minutes. But we've got a couple of them planted already. So, but one of the things I wanted to show you, which is pretty cool, is, you know, we dug the pond, right? And so I have to be careful where I walk here, because the clay is soft and I'll sink into it. But check this out. our pond is about half full now. So that's good. We've been getting some rain, so the pond's about half full. Our vetiver grass is growing nicely around the perimeter. That'll help with erosion. And you can see the sides, the erosion already, which happens. So that's important. Right? You got your yogurt, right? Yeah, he's got his yogurt. Coconut yogurt. Good stuff. Healthy for the little guy. Also, the rice now has been planted because of rainy season. So soon we're going to have all the rice coming up, which is real cool. This place, it's my favorite time of year when they plant the rice and it comes up and starts sprouting. The green color is just incredible. Cool. Oh, how come you combined the coconut? Gave him the strawberry. Ah, Gopher likes the coconut. Anyway, let's go check out the beds and I'll tell you what's going on there. But amazing how fast the greenery has come up. But I'll show you what's going on here. Now I'm getting a lot of comments from people. They're talking about, when they see that we planted eucalyptus, oh, don't plant eucalyptus, oh. And then other people have, everybody's got advice, and there's a lot of different ways to plant and a lot of different outcomes. There's permaculture and agroforestry, all these different things. And so there's a lot of options on how to plant, right? One of the things that doesn't help planting are the chickens. Chickens were over here, probably digging up my seeds that I planted. But we're doing it in a way called Syntropic or Syntropic. And what that means is it goes through time and space. So, well, instead of me explaining it, because it's a little difficult to understand, I'm going to show you a really short video that should explain all this, and then talk about what we've done already.
Por tradição, esses lugares, o agricultor só taca fogo. Queimando, você destrói grandes partes do banco de sementes, você impede a sucessão, ou seja, a sucessão vai regredir, ela vai da floresta, vai regredir para o que a gente chama de cerrado, depois do cerrado ralo, vai para o campo sujo, vai para o campo limpo, depois vai para o deserto. Por um lado, você descobre o solo, você mete no solo micro-organismos que estão próximos à superfície, uma superfície, que não são condicionados para o solo, eles morrem. Depois, o impacto do solo aquece o ambiente e, no meu saber, com acima de 28 graus, alumínio entra numa ligação permanente, ou seja, definitiva, com fósforo. Ou seja, nós vamos perder com isto o fósforo nosso disponível, o fósforo na superfície. O fósforo é o meio que a vida usa para realizar processos de transformação, para indiretamente criar condições para animais de porte grande. Fósforo é indispensável. Tá? Quando não tem fósforo, temos poucos processos, muito poucos processos de fixação de nitrogênio. Então não vamos ter nitrogênio, então não vamos ter fósforo, a terra compacta e depois tem um efeito físico, termodinâmica. Quando o solo aquece, agora o sol bate em cima desse solo. Aí a temperatura sobe barbaramente. E a temperatura do solo vai ser muito mais alta do que a chuva que cai. Então a chuva não vai entrar mais no solo, ela vai escorrer superficialmente. Ou seja, nós vamos ter falta de água. Eu recomendo, por vários motivos, de roçar isso, mesmo com custos altos. Interessante é que é seco. Esse material aqui choveu e você olha, ele é seco. Não viro para não misturar horizontes. Com isto encerrou e volta a mesma sequência. No início, eu prefiro pagar esse preço, sabendo que esse aqui, no momento, é valiosíssimo capital para começar os processos. Terra coberta, protegida, com essa vegetação que eu vou plantar, vou ter aumento de pH do solo, com isso aumenta a capacidade de retenção de água e aumenta a quantidade de matéria orgânica no solo. Ou seja, vai ficar diferente, vai ficar bem diferente, além de ter possibilidade de produzir comida para mim mesmo. Essa operação, olhando sem considerar nada, é cara. Temos que rever aquilo. Depois eu tenho como serviço ambiental, eu tenho 1 hectare, no meu caso, reflorestado. E depois aquele hectare não custa cada ano esse tanto, custa uma vez. Depois está realizado, ou seja, iremos pacificar pedaço por pedaço desse planeta a um preço bem baixo, para sanar feridas no momento incuráveis na sociedade moderna.
So there you go. Now you have an idea going forward what we're trying to accomplish here. And it's a learning curve, and it isn't easy. There's a science to this. So we're going to do the best we can, and we'll learn as we go because, hey, we got a lot of room to learn, right? So anyway, what we've got so far is two beds made. Each one's about 4 meters across and 18 meters long. And the outcome is to get timber trees long term. In the meantime, between the time that the timber takes to grow, we're going to have a lot of fruit trees. But the fruit trees, if you're starting from seedlings or small plants, still takes a few years, right? If you're planting by seeds, it takes even longer than that. So while we're waiting for the timber trees, we grow the fruit trees. The fruit trees protects the timber trees. But what about the fruit trees while they're growing? Well, as they're growing, we have other things that grow quicker to shade those. And we can also produce cacao and coffee, but they need shade too. So there's always a level, a high level or emergent level, and then a high level and a medium level and a low level. And all those change through time. But the higher ones are to protect the lower ones. I hope all that makes sense. So anyway, I'm telling you that because I can show you sort of like what we've done. Now, we're lucky we've had rain because I've hooked up some water and it'll be run out here, but it's got to run off a generator because the submersible pump takes too much power for the solar system that's in the house. So I need to invest in some solar panels, and if I'm going to do that, I should go ahead and start outfitting the solar system to also run a homestead as well. So that's on our wish list, and it's not cheap. And mostly the batteries are expensive. The solar panels have come down in price. Everything's come down in price really, except for the batteries. Batteries are what's expensive. But anyway, back to the plot here. And I'm going to create a sprinkler system so if we do have a drought or not enough water, I'll be able to keep this watered. But in this one, and so if we start from this side over here, we have banana plants, and Nat could tell you more about what's planted in here. But we have banana, some eucalyptus, and then some other plants in between that they are going to protect. And we had to go buy some more plants because we came up a little bit short on some of the things that we wanted, which are medium and high trees. Medium and high would be some fruit trees, some citrus trees, things like that. We have a walkway. We have a row of grass to grow that when it gets lush and thick, we'll be able to just cut it and throw it over to where we have the straw now. And we'll continue to have rows like that within the gardens so that we can cut them and throw them on top of the place like this, which is a vegetable patch. So this vegetable patch, and this one, I think we have different kinds of lettuce, and we have some cilantro. We have a few things planted in this, And I'll go into detail in another place about what we're planting, the timing of the planting, and all that. We also have, if you see, we've got some potatoes or cassava. Thais call them potatoes, but it's cassava or yucca. And so those are actually going to sprout soon, hopefully, and protect some of these vegetables that are coming up in the garden as well. So this has a lot of lettuce and cilantro and a few other things in it. And then this one over here, we've got some bigger trees over here. I have a lychee, but he's not looking too good. We waited too long to plant him. So we'll see how he turns out. But we have that. We have the walkway. We're going to plant the grass in here. And then here we've got a melon patch, actually. So we've got red watermelon, yellow watermelon. I think we got some cantaloupe, cucumbers, and corn will be growing in here. So we actually want to get the big trees, the timber trees, in as quick as possible, and then plant around those, because we want to get those in the ground. Like I said, my lychee tree over here is basically dead because it was out of the ground too long, and there's a lot of trees to buy. In fact, the budget for the trees, because we're not just planting seeds, is going to be a lot, and so we need to scrape up some money to keep planting. And then we'll keep going from this one and start heading over towards the fence line. And so, but what I'm going to do, the next step I'm going to do for Nat is I'm going to map out these extra beds going across and map them out and position where the big trees, teak, mahogany, things like that, are going to go. So Nat can get those in the ground. Then we'll come back and we'll plant the lower trees, the vegetables, fruit trees, and things like that around those. But we'll already have the spacing for the beds mapped out, because it takes a while to actually prepare beds like this. You know, because now we've got some greenery, so you got to break that up, put some manure, some compost, and things like that on the ground, and get it ready to plant. So that takes a lot of time to do. So Nat was suggesting, why don't we just go ahead and put the big trees in? And so that's what's going to happen. And we've got not only big timber trees, but we also bought flowering trees too that will go around the property, because we want the place to look good, right? So we have a lot of flowering plants that we'll be planting, and that'll be happening as well. So that's the update. What else did we do this week? Not sure. A lot of stuff though. Anyway, like I said, I got my watering system in, coming from the well next door, but it's got to run on a generator. Like I said, not enough solar power. But anyway, it runs to a hose bib here. That pipe is going to run out to the gardens out here, and then I'll create a PVC sprinkler system. So if we have a drought and we need water, we'll have it. Anyway, that's the update. Pretty cool, huh? Today's nice. It's actually cloudy and cool. Keep hearing the thunder. Keep seeing the dark clouds, but so far, so good. See ya. Hey, JC here. If you like that video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel here. Also, we have another video up here you're going to be really interested in watching as well. And if you're looking for all the details of how to retire in Thailand in one place, plus a group of people to support you, check this out over here. Give it a click.